No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Golden Bears will put total leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Shoot, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season or the first part of the season? Now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The screen, he can go. There he goes. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. Look out, he's got room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Runs for the tackle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Shelton. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The Cougars are threatening on 1st and goal. Using his feet, he bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm looking.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deke's Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Golden Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Makes the grab, past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Takes his shot. Working the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
And the Golden Bears have this offense rolling. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
And nice job by the D defending the RPO. They didn't bite on the play fake too hard. Everybody was able to stay back, and they ultimately forced the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's caught. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Gets it out fast. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Golden Bears with the 1st and 10. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it up.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Houston Cougars, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the California Golden Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. By the QB. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game.
Wide open spaces. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They're going to run it. He breaks a tackle. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
The Golden Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Good. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Cougars come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Lee.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working that left side now. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to get it through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and a really nice job to set up this offense with good field position. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Still looking on the move. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left but wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. That's caught. It's Lee. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. Swings it out to his running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw again. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Bringing the heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Golden Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He's looking to throw on third and short. Under fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Golden Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to pass, it's St. Clair. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. This one's complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
For the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Smith. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Quarterback will keep it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Grabbed behind the line. It's good. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Calls his own number. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
The Golden Bears are facing 3rd and inches. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Turning it on! And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitch man. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Snagged in the middle, it's Peppers. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. There he goes. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Good. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Finds his big tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Firing to the right, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Makes the grab. It's Shelton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll take it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Buys a little time. Working that left side. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. quarterback keeps it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Here's the handoff.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business,